Friends, I'm Yashodai Damodaran from First Step Institute, a gateway to unleash the potential within yourself. I'm really happy to welcome all of you to this web series that is Chase Your Dreams. Now, you must be wondering, what do I mean by chasing your dreams? Yes, you are going to realize what is the power of chasing our dreams in few minutes. So, by chasing our dreams, we can do wonders. This is going to be revealed very soon by a great influencer in various fields. I mean, one person can be an influencer in one particular field, but if a person is influencer in multiple fields, I mean, whatever field he chooses, he is a great influencer in that. So if a person can be that big influencer, definitely it's because of the dream that he has chased. And I'm very happy to introduce such a person to you. Before telling his name, I'll just tell the achievements that he has done so far. So he is a CEO of a company that is 37 years old, has been into Rotary International for 25 years. He's an author of 4 books. He's a mathematician turned into publisher, and he is the founder, or he is the one who has inaugurated Chennai Literacy Movement. Okay, and he's member of professional bodies like BAPASI, and he's the founder president of Chennai's prestigious event Chennai Literary Festival, and that festival is a great hit among all the youngsters of India, I would say. I mean, those who wants to read book across India, people travel to Chennai just to attend this function, and we have lots and lots of people coming in and going out on daily basis just to attend this particular event. And he is a member of Tamil Nadu Cricket Association Club, Madras Cosmopolitan Club, Madras Race Club, and whatnot. He has been presenter through various webinars to the publishers in United States of America on topics such as book distribution and challenges in India, and on e-book trends in India. Wow, the list just goes on. So I'll just quickly summarize by telling what are his hobbies. He loves swimming, traveling. He's a voracious writer, a great reader. He publishes his articles in Hindu newspapers and Dinatandi and Times of India. And he is a prestigious award winner of US Canonical Service Award. And he has also got Chinna Kutusi Award for his excellence in writing. He has also received Valar Tamil Mamani Award from International Tamil Language, Cultural and Educational Society. So my dear friends, I'm very happy to introduce Rotarian Olivannan sir in front of you. He is a great Rotarian who has been inspiring lots and lots of youngsters like me. And when I wanted to step into this training field, he was the first person who believed in my potential and gave me a training offer. So in that way, I'm personally connected with him. So welcome, Olivannan sir. Great.
Hi,
So,
thank you very much for those nice words.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure. So can we directly step into questions?
Yes, please.
Great. So my first question would be, you have a 37 years old company, okay? So when this company was started 37 years back, definitely someone would have dreamt about this company. So can you share more about that dream?
Our publishing company, Emerald Publishers, was started by my father, late Mr. M.D. Gopalakrishnan. Though he started his career with the University of Madras, after a brief stint, he joined a British publishing company where he worked for some years. Then in the year 1982, he ventured on his own, Emerald Publishers. So in the year 1999, when he passed away, since then I became CEO. So my father liked this profession, publishing. He had a tremendous passion for that. So all through his life, he lived as a publisher. And I'm grateful to him that he transformed those passions in me also.
That's really great, sir. So passing the passion generation from a generation to another generation is definitely, it requires a great amount of dedication towards a particular work. And it's really great to know that even you have carried the legacy of your father. So that's something amazing. So can you tell me 3 top secrets, okay, that has kept you in the leading position in publishing industry?
See, I'm not only in publishing. I always say so these are the three important factors for anybody, whether she is a student or a budding entrepreneur or any profession he belongs to. First and foremost, what is very important is the continuous updating of knowledge is very important. What we are today, it is because of what we have accomplished all these days.
Great.
And those things have certainly has brought us to this level. So from here to go to the next level, I don't think they would be sufficient. So today we have to do something else, so that would take us to the next orbit, right? So in a rocket, if you see when the rocket is launched at multiple stages, you will see different things burn out and it gets lifted at a
Yes.
particular stage. When it has to go to the higher and higher habit, again something is triggered to push it up, right? Similarly, for us to also to go higher and higher orbit, what is important is we have to constantly update ourselves. That knowledge is very important. So what I got today may not be sufficient. So that is the first part of it. So we need to constantly update it. Number two is the passion is very important, because if merely you have interest on something alone is not sufficient. If that probably would help 10 or 15%, but remaining 85% is the passion. That is the passion to achieve, passion to leave some footprints on whatever we do. That is the second thing. The third one, I would say, that is the network, the social network. All through my years, I've seen that not only your education and other family, professional status. What is important is your social status, social contacts. As they
Great.
say, the network is networking is the network. Similarly, you have to have that social contacts, because that will be influencing you to go to higher and higher level. We may not
True.
see that see the benefits of it directly, but in a long run, if you see, here and there somebody would have helped you to push you up whenever you require that
Definitely.
trust. The
Yes,
beginning you
yes.
said that I offered you. See, it's not that it's just like that happened. I offered you a chance. That's it. That pushed you to some level. That's it. But you are destined to reach different peaks, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, at the end of that, I cannot take a claim it is because of me she has gone. No. But all that is little pushes people have to give. So that means that social contact is very important. I think these are the three factors that help a person to
True.
pursue his goals.
That's
Thank
great,
you.
sir. So, having a good social contact, being a good networker, following your passion, and being grounded and carrying the legacy helps you to make impression in any field that you choose. That was a great message from you, sir. Now, moving on to the next question. Have you ever thought that, fine, I mean, it's been so long I'm into this field, let me take some rest, let me retire. Have you ever thought of that sort?
So I don't believe in that. Resting for a man is only can happen at his grave, not anywhere else. So it is always we have to see when you consider the life of the earth, which is they say 4.5 billion years. The 6 or 7 decades or 8 decades of our life is very minuscule, very small. So we are so gifted to be to be a human being. So that means we have to enjoy every moment of this life. There is no time for any regrets. So if you have accomplished something in one field, or we wanted to make a change, we have to move on and on. There are so many things. For me, the rest means you move from one work to another. If you are bored with something for long hours, you start doing something else. Then that probably, it can be called as rest. There is no retirement and all. So I probably, if
Great.
you ask me, I would say that my life has just begun. I would say that all that I've,
Wow.
all these for 5 decades that I've got
Mhm.
on in my shoulders, the input. Now this is the time that I should take up new challenges. That's how I
Wow,
guide my
that's
life.
great, Sajjad. That's great. So a great soul, a great passionate soul never rest. They just move on from one arena to another to just excel in that field. That was really great, sir. So I know that you are a big motivator and you can influence people like this. So if anybody wants to approach you for any kind of mentorship, then how open are you?
No, I don't know whether I'm such an influencer or motivator, but anyway, thank you very much for those compliments. But we are always there to offer our services to
Mhm.
people. See, it's all, see, the success of the Homo sapiens than other species is because we have that ability, that cooperation, flexible cooperation with our fellow human beings, as what brought us to this level,
True.
or made us distinct from rest of the
Mhm.
species. So we are always ready to share our experiences, but need not be the best, but yet those
True.
experiences would definitely help the generation next. And I'm very easily approachable. If I'm not available, that means I'm occupied elsewhere, but I always return my calls. So yes, I'm easily approachable
That's
when
great, sir.
when
That's
when
great.
people wanted to consult. Yes.
Yeah, it's really great to hear from your words, and even I can vouch how easily approachable you are. For instance, even for this YouTube interview, I approached you just 2 days before, and you were readily open for this interviewing and this networking, and you are really tremendous, I would say. Now, moving on to the next question. I know that you are author of 4 lovely books, and your first book was sold to 20,000 people immediately as soon as it was released. So, would you like to talk about that book?
Yes, it's always nice to talk about something that you have accomplished. When your first book hits market and sells more than 20,000 copies, it's definitely a pleasant experience. Uh, yes, I never dreamt of becoming a writer or a speaker of anything. It just happened because I'm a very active Rotarian, as you rightly said. The Rotary has compelled me to learn the art of communication, particularly the public speaking, considered to be one of the important ingredients for people who
Mhm.
wanted to go up in the ladder. Then post governorship, I was governor 10 years back. So post
Yes.
governorship, whatever that I've learned until then, I started using it to visiting colleges, schools, and other Rotary
Mhm.
training programs. I further and further, I sharpened my skills. So people used
Great.
to ask me about ask me to provide tips for public speaking. In such circumstances, I thought that I should write it in a notebook so that I can tell them in a sequence. Here and there, telling them in random, I should
Yeah.
tell them in an order. That's how it started. Then I realized one day I thought, why not I write a book? I should do something. Then already I got material for public speaking. So straight away I went
Mhm.
into that. So the writing, it doesn't have. I mean, if someone wants to become a writer tomorrow, you can't start writing. For that, what is very important is you need to have input to yourself. See, if I want to
Yes.
go and
True.
open the tap at my house, I should have water above the overhead tank, right? Similarly, constant observation, what is happening around us, see the ways of getting things in us. One is by our own observation, then listening to somebody, reading, or the discussions with people. All that helps us to take input into us. It merely taking inside is doesn't help. It's not a cupboard to go and store all the information. We need to process. At this juncture, I have to thank my father, because my father has instilled that habit of critical thinking in me. When I was saying, my father, yeah, when I was my father used to give me, the books, classics. Being a publisher who published those classics, retold classics of, Charles Dickens, Oliver Twist, all that. So my father would not simply present and say, you read it. Rather, instead, you would say, can you please read and give your comments, so that it would be helpful for us whether to publish or not. Such kind of weight used to be there in this offer. So I would take it up very seriously and read it and discuss with him, right? So this habit continued during my teenage, when we go for movies with friends. I will not simply watch a movie. When we come back, I used to dissect that movie and critically analyze. So this is continuous. So even when you read something, you should also critically analyze what is presented. That's how when whatever goes inside, if you analyze it and store it, it will be very helpful. At some point of time, you will be automatically, you'll be inclined to produce something. Nothing can stay inside our body for too long. Anything inside our body, when it has to come out, it will come out even if we don't want to. That's the beauty of it. That's how my writing came out. In the year 2005, I published my book. So I tell my friends that anybody can become a writer. It's not that somebody has to come overnight and make you a writer. If you do your systematic practice, that every day you spend an hour reading a book, and after reading that book, you critically analyze, and whatever that you have understood, write it in a notebook. Like that, if you go on do that, at some point of time, you will one day you will blossom into a beautiful writer.
That's wonderful, sir. That's wonderful. So we have lots of opportunity all around us, and if we are mindful about what goes in, then definitely we can make the perfect use of it and become a great personality. So that is what I could get from your short message, sir. That's really great. Finally, I would like to ask, if you have to share some message to all the youngsters who are watching this video, then what would that be?
See, one thing they should understand, that I acknowledge the fact that today youngsters are far more intelligent than us. As the saying goes, if my son able to see farther than me, it is because he's sitting on my shoulder, right? So this is natural process. I first should acknowledge that today youngsters are very, very smart. We were used to be when we were young. But what they need to understand, that it is not just the intelligence alone. We need to have some experiences also, right? See, here where we count, we are maybe 30, 40 years older than you. So we have traveled already, those, portions we have already covered. So our experience and your intelligence, knowledge synchronizes so well, and we able to, I call, the cross-pollination of ideas of this generation and the next generation. I'm sure that we can produce tremendous results. So after all, every one of us is here to live, right? And also, not only it should also be extended to everybody, extended to every other species has got a right to live. So we have to make this place a better place for all of us. That should be our sole aim. So I think that together we can make the society a better place for all of us.
That's lovely, sir. That's lovely. It's great to see how such a big personality can be compassionate and respect others' feelings as well. So, friends, if you want to follow this great influencer, please check out his YouTube channels, his Facebook, and his LinkedIn accounts. He is readily available to connect with people who are really in need of mentorship. And thanks a lot, Olivannan sir, for being in my channel. And it was a great pleasure to get an insight to deep dive into the 5 decades of your lovely experience. And friends, if you want to receive such influencing thoughts every day, please click on subscribe button in my channel, and please like it and share it with your friends, and definitely you are going to receive such influencing videos for next 90 days. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this, and thanks Olivannan sir for being here. Bye all, meet you in the next video.
Thank you.